everybody. So today we have here big all-in-one. Yeah, look at that. This is the Dell Inspiron 3475 all-in-one, and this is just an all-in-one desktop. It's pretty cool. It's pretty big too. Pretty nice size for it. It does have an AMD. You can see the AMD A9. That's not the greatest processor. Of course, it's not Ryzen or anything that's really cool. But today, the reason it's here is because I'm trying to show you on the camera. It's a little bit heavy. All right. So in the corner here, you can kind of see the metal. So you can show you the metal. So there's a little metal piece there. That's actually where the power cable goes. And that problem with this is that it's broken. And it's kind of strange that it is broken because you'd really think most of these you would just leave it in. Well, actually, you can almost there. Maybe you can really see it here. Yeah, there's a little metal prongs coming out. There's not supposed to be metal prongs that are going to attach to the AC adapter, which is like this. You don't really want to do that because that's just going to short it, and it could also damage the board. So there's always supposed to be one of these little DC jacks, and we actually have it here. I'll show you. This is what the DC jack should look like. You can see there's plastic around it. That piece of plastic come off on this all-in-one desktop, and it also does come out in laptops as well. They're really similar. It's really amazing that they made this actually power cord that does go for this all-in-one, this big all-in-one desktop. This is supposed to power the whole thing. I guess so. I don't know. So that's what it looks like it is, because it does look like just a regular. It's a 65 watt actually AC adapter. It's going to power this whole thing. So I'm more intrigued on that actually than the actual repair. So again, it's a solder to the board, so we do need to take up the machine and then we need to open it. So I guess we'll just get into that right now because that's what we really need to do. So we have this here, and we're just going to be removing this. So you can tell they took pretty good care of it actually. They actually keep plastic on, which is great. It's interesting though, you do see a lot of these all-in-ones, they do actually come with AC adapters. They come with ones that actually have they're like laptop AC adapters. So it's kind of interesting that you can actually remove them, plug them in. I thought the whole point of an all-in-one was just to kind of leave it there so you don't use it anymore. That's kind of what I thought it was. I don't know. But I guess, you see them a lot, so whatever. Anyways, let's get to this. So it looks like what we're going to do is we got to pop this. So to remove this, it looks like we have 2 screws here. So let's just get a screwdriver for that. Get a big Phillips head. And we're going to remove the stand. Let's at least loosen it or something. All right. Now once you remove those two and put it down, there's actually a little latch in there too. So let me show you a little latch. There's a little latch that goes right about here, and this should come up. There we go. Just use your fingers. You just use your fingernail or something just to pop that up. Looks fine. Looks like you can bend this pretty far. So what we're gonna do now, we can pretty much put it flat, and we're going to be removing a bunch of these screws. So there's 4. And this too, you can just see it. If you're going to open it for the RAM, if you're going to open it for a hard drive replacement, you're going to have to do this anyway. So just stay tuned. It's not just a DC jack, you know? You can always do a lot more information just to get to opening it. So after that, what you want to do, you want to get underneath here. And let's just get started. This is just the edges here. We can just put a little pick. Seems to be going around. So you see it's just coming up now. Alright. You just go all the way around. It's usually what these are, they're just a piece of plastic that comes up. I have to get really focused there. That's the same idea. Okay, this is just coming up. We're just going all the way around, so you're not missing out on anything. Alright, so we're just going to keep going all the way around. Let's go this side as well. Let's take it. Ugh. There we go. It's coming up a lot now. Okay, so that looks like I might just be able to pull it up. So let's pull it up. Wasn't too difficult. So now you do have the hard drive here. You do have the fan here. And usually this is just a big protectant. And what it's going to do is going to shield it, of course, from any anti-static or just kind of anything else, really, that gets in the way. It's just a way you don't want the motherboard exposed. And, you know, there's lots of dust that can get in there and there's a lot of dust that can get in there. There's lots of other things. Because this is just covered by this piece of plastic and that's it. So that's not what you really want. You always want to cover. You almost see all these all-in-ones. They do come with that. Now you want to read what it says. It actually says what to do here, so it's not too bad. So it looks like we're just removing screws, and then it comes up from one of the areas there. So let's just remove all the screws again. One. Alright, so this should probably just come up until I get the last screw, of course. Let's see. Okay. So this is coming up. Okay. And what you want to do is you want to go from down here and lift up, just like the picture says, I guess. It feels like it's a little bit sticky. There we go. Okay. This comes up, and this is just, of course, for it, so it's not touching any metal right there, because you don't want, when you plug something in, you don't want metal touching metal. So this is nice to actually put that there. And look how small that board is. Wow. This thing, and then it goes in this little small board. Look at that. I'm actually really surprised. Usually you see them, they're like this big or something. But man, that is a small board, and most of it's just screen. I mean, it is an Inspiron. It's nothing super spectacular. There's no graphics card in it or anything. It's just, it looks like a little NUC almost. Almost the size of a NUC. It's like one of the, NUCs are usually one of those very, very small Intel computers. They're like the size of like your palm almost. It's almost kind of like that. I mean, I could put my hand over it. So, all right. Now what we want to do is we want to remove the connections from it. And you always want to be careful when you do this because, of course, you don't want to scratch anything or rip any cable out. So let's just take a few things out. Okay, just hold down on this. This one to take it up. No, this is the LCD cable. So just be careful with this one. So always make some stuff easier for yourself. If you ever have to really pull anything, you're probably doing something wrong. So, because nothing should take force. It should be all pretty straightforward and simple. Okay, just always press the sides for that one, and it should come out. There we go. And so we want to take out the hard drive, so let's do that. Okay, take out the other cables. And it's gonna be easy to put it back because it's very clear where the cables are. I mean, they can't really move anywhere because they're kind of just stuck here. So let's just take all this up. Okay, and take this out. We're gonna need to take off the Wi-Fi card because there's two cables that go there. So let's do that too. Ooh, that is some hard thermal paste. Man, when you hear it like that, that's not a good thing. So we'll definitely make sure we clean that. Actually, we might as well just remove this whole thing anyway, if that's going to be the case with it. There we go. Probably shouldn't do that anyway. But that's some really hard on thermal paste. So we definitely want to make sure, because of that, we want to make sure that we do put some thermal paste on there. But of course, let's fix it. So you guys can really see how the metal piece is. So if we get our other piece, wherever I put it, did I lose it already? Okay. So you can see what we're just going to be doing is swapping this out for this one. Yep. So you can see it's going to go in like this. You can see kind of the difference there, how there's metal sticking out there, and then there's a piece of plastic for this one. So that part came out, and we're just going to go replace that. We're going to put it in a microscope, and we'll show you guys from there. So here's the finished product. See, it looks pretty good. There's a brand new one put in there. Alright, and of course here's just comparing it with the old one again. Again, you can see that metal piece. It kind of shines a lot more. You can see that's not supposed to be like that. Never want to touch metal with another metal, especially with with one that has electricity in it. So remove that. I did actually clean off the really hard thermal paste here. It was so bad. You can even still see it kind of my thumb. It's really difficult to remove. If you ever have a lot of difficulty removing like thermal paste or something, you can just you can just put a little bit of alcohol in it, and it should really help. And of course I did the heatsink as well, so it's totally clean. So let's just put a little bit more thermal paste on over here. Just do that. I just put a little bit, and I'm gonna put this back down. Alright. So always you want to make sure you don't interfere with the cables. So it should just go pretty flat. There's only one space that it goes into. So alright, so this looks good. So I think we're all good here. We can put back the big piece of plastic now. So let's plug in this guy and see if it works. Alright, so plugged it in. You hear the fan. Alright, we got power. Anyways, we got power. It's a different type of, you can see the wattage is a little bit different, so it keeps shutting off. Well, that's still fine because the original adapter actually does have a problem, and we're not too worried about that. We're worried about just getting power on there because he did say he had extra AC adapter, so that's a good thing. If you can see my little one, of course not going to charge. So those are very sensitive when it comes to using an AC adapter for them. You have to have the Dell specific brand for it. Otherwise, if it's a knockoff brand, it will give you a warning where it says, oh, the wattage cannot be found. It might not do it right away, but it can do it over time. You will see that even if you have the original adapter, if it gets a little bit damaged or something's a little bit off, it will give you that same warning. And you can always turn it off, but the thing is, it won't charge the battery. So the client at least does have a backup one he's going to use. We did fix it though. We were able to replace the jack. Wasn't too bad. I actually kind of noticed something a little bit cool here. Ooh, look at that little pop-up camera. Pretty cool. Anyways, this is a nice little all-in-one. It looks like the nice screen's pretty nice looking. Of course, we were able to power it on. We were able to change the jack, so that's a great thing. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope you found it really informative about how to replace the DC jack. You can also use it to look at the motherboard, and you can also see that it shows you how to remove. Basically, a lot of these all-in-ones are very similar on how you remove the plastic, and how there's like most of the time when you remove all-in-ones, you have to remove the stand first, and then usually the plastic comes up. Sometimes there's little screws on the bottom. Sometimes you just pop it up on the sides, but it's not really too difficult. Of course, it's just one piece of plastic. Then there's usually a covering. There's usually the hard drive could be separate. There could be a CD drive. Could be lots of other things. So it's nothing too extravagant to remove it. At least there's no glue that goes around it that you have to remove the glass to get to the hard drive, which is in a lot of like Surface laptops or iMacs or a lot like that. So to do any type of work makes it extremely difficult. So we're actually props for a lot of Windows machines that actually do that. I know HP and Dell, pretty similar. I've done a Lenovo one. If you've seen our other videos, you've seen that we worked on other all-in-ones. They're very, very similar as that goes anyway. But anyways, guys, really hope you enjoyed watching. If you hit the share button or even like, you can help other people find this video. It really does help us a lot. We're still trying to really get there, you know. You guys have been really great with the subscribers and the likes and the comments recently, so we really do appreciate that. So anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoy. Bye.